start growing. Just keep it going. I'm a soul man, no. I'm a soul man. Yes, I am. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. Just keep it going.
They see something that I don't see. What can you learn from a bum, Omar? Shamsuddin? What I learned from a bum, maybe it's what not to do.
Nobody takes down Angel Snuff Nuff 7 easy. There's a reason why, after 100 channels destroyed, Angel Snuff Nuff 7 is still here. There's a reason why nobody want to get in a beef with Angel Snuff Nuff 7. If you don't take me seriously,
can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. People all over the world.
See, they say that Angel Snuffing Up 7 don't care about the people. But Angel Snuffing Up 7 cares about the people because I'm bold enough to tell you the truth. And I don't give a damn if you give me a dime. I'm not looking for your money.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
Rising up and sing that our time is here. We're taking back what's been lost for years. Let the heaven of a system embrace you and praise the mother God. All these lies and all this propaganda that you want us to say, we're gonna take out. Break freedom for my mind. Freedom for my
What was that you said to me? Don't say it was nothing. You cannot lie to me. Your eyes were talking. In the way you wear your smile and in the way you wet your lips, it's enough to drive me wild, and I cannot take much more of it all.
Tell me a secret we're sharing. What is on your mind?
Tell me a secret way.
Tell me a secret we're sharing. I will tell you mine.
Roland, I know you got soul. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Everybody jump. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. I know you got soul. Hey, if you think you ain't been here, I know you got soul. If you think you ain't been here, I know you got soul. If you think you ain't shake that thing, get me with the beat. Hey, because they can sing. I know you got soul. Hey, if you think you ain't been here, I know you got the feel.
Yes. I want that. Oh, I need that. Got to have that. It's
people. It's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us. So ain't
We are
nobody.
in a state of emergency. Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes.
Free your mind.
Keep it real.
What dear?
Because I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Yes, I'd like to talk to you. Take some of your precious time. I'd like to get to know you. Would you be so kind? can't hide your thoughts. You can.
My brother Angel Snub7 at the Reality Temple. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel Snub7's videos. I think that he comes from a different angle. And there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out. And I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from. And I really respect him for that. He's challenged KNBS, and he has also challenged the Black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand and will not stand and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
You move over there. Don't let the green grass fool you. I know you don't like the faker. Tighten up, get your game. And shake your money maker. Say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah. Say yeah. I know you got gold. Hey. If you didn't, the music would lose it.
So, I'm not your enemy.
I want to talk to
I know who the enemy is.
I want to talk
You wasting your time making mockery of me. Oh, I'm crazy. My brain is damaged. My EnVogue poster. I'm miserable in my life. All this nonsense that you talk about. And you a slave, just like me, in a racist nation.
I believe that with you by my side, together we can touch the sky.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Just keep it going.
Peace forever and always.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody move with me. Like that the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing down the jet fire at Reality Temple. Reality Temple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody move with me.
plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire. I'm a soul man, dog. I'm a soul man. Yes, I am. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man, Lord.
You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so. You couldn't be so.
I'm saying that the Nation Army of Islam should evolve into what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth. You don't need no Arab hand-me-down religion. You don't even need God. You don't need these things. That's good for us in our infancy, in our immaturity, when we was babies. But as we grow and mature, and even in religion itself, are the children of God. Children can't stay children forever. Children must become adults. So if we are the children of God, that means we become God. Act like God, move like God, and have the responsibility of a God. Manifest. Welcome to the Reality Temple on Earth, Dragon Manifest.
Thank you for having me, brother. This is an honor. When I first saw your channel, I said, oh, this is an ancestor that has most definitely returned. Yes, most definitely. This is not a new ancestor. This is an old ancestor. You could hear, you could feel the ancestors through you. You know, most people probably say, what is he talking about?
Right.
They don't get it. You gotta be on that level.
If you say that I'm divine and I'm a prophet, where the hell did your ass go to? Why aren't you heeding the call? Since I'm a prophet, since I'm divine. Some people, excuse the language, some people just like talking out their ass. 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 That's what they like to do.
Peace forever and always. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving.
This video is for the Reality Temple on Earth.
Shout out to the Reality Temple on Earth on IG.
We love watching it.
Yeah, we really do.
We send love, peace, and soul. Good evening, soul brothers and sisters. This is Tangi Cox, the Black Sheep, and I am propositioning you to entertain just a little while of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the Reality Temple on Earth. And at the end of 12 months, draw your conclusion of what have you learned in that amount of time. I empower you you will never, ever, ever think, feel, or entertain nonsense ever again, period. I would like to see my soul sisters and brothers awaken. This requires time. You need to spend about a year watching, researching, and looking. Reality Temple on Earth is life-changing, and I stand on that.
It's time for change. Change. Nothing that stays the same. Change.
We are in a process of healing.
It's time for change.
Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party. Let's get this party started quickly. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started. Ride. Let's get this party started quickly.
It's so good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. When you get a chance, look up Soul Liberation. Oh, right around the corner, the Transformation Bless Up. Form the Reality Temple Earth Internet Ministry. Our theme is heal. Shout out to your platform, Taalik. All the best to you guys with continuing to stretch in perspective, to stretch in what is possible, and to continue to bring healing into the space of yourself and others. Yes.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
I've got a guard. Let me use your looking glass. Thank you.
Yeah, button up that collar. Suck in that gut. Tuck in them big black lips. Lighten your skin. Shrink up that nose.
I don't have to listen to this.
Where you going, boy?
Let me buy.
Let you buy. Let you buy. Let me tell you something, boy. You can march like the white man. You can talk like him. You can learn his songs. You can even wear his suits. But you ain't never gonna be nothing to him but an ugly ass chimp in a blue suit. Oh, you don't like that, do you?
No.
Hmm? But what we gonna do about it? You want to fight me, boy? Huh? What you gonna do about it? You want to fight me, don't you? Don't you?
All right.
Hey, get your hands off me, grave digger.
Damn it. Does the whole world got a stump in your face?
Nigga, you better get your hands off me.
Ain't no niggas around here, you hear me?
Oh, I see. So the white man give you a couple of stripes. Next thing you know, you hollering, ordering everybody around like you the master himself. Nigga, you ain't nothing but the white man's dog.
And what are you? So full of hate you just want to go out and fight everybody. Because you've been whipped and chased by hounds. Well, that might not be living, but it sure as hell ain't dying. And dying's what these white boys been doing for going on 3 years now. Dying by the thousands. Dying for you, fool. I know, because I dug the graves. And all the time I'm digging, I'm asking myself when, oh Lord, is going to be our time. Well, time's coming when we're going to have to ante up. Ante up and kick in like men. Like men! You watch who you call a nigger. Then the niggers around here is you. Smart mouth, stupid ass, swamp running nigger. If you ain't careful, that's all you ever gonna be. You men going back to business.
Feel protected under our roof without.
Oh, well. Welcome to another spontaneous broadcast. This is, of course, if you don't know me by now, I'm the mighty one, Angel Snubbed 7, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth. And I assume this is the day before Memorial Day. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, I believe. I don't keep it with this stuff, so help me out if I'm incorrect. Tomorrow is actually Memorial Day, and this is the day that this nation sets aside a celebration by whoremongering and getting drunk, getting DUIs, doing drugs, the whole fiddle faddle, the whole. This is how this nation celebrates their veterans. This is how this nation celebrates Jesus. They do the same thing on Christmas: get drunk, whoremongering, stealing, murdering. This is how this nation celebrates those who fought and died and defended their country by getting drunk, making more babies they don't want, getting fat, eating food that you You're not even hungry. I'm just gonna eat because to celebrate. I don't want the food really. I'm just gonna be eating, you know, greed, murder. Don't y'all love it? Don't y'all love it? The soldiers that died really don't mean a damn thing. It's just a day off. It's just a reason. It's just a reason for all these things. And this is acceptable behavior. Because if this was really a society, you would not tolerate and you would not stand that type of celebration for those who have fallen and defended your nation. You would not tolerate that type. But we, you know, shoot some fireworks, I guess. I don't know. We celebrate. Because we really don't give a damn about what the veterans done. Let's just be serious. Let's just keep it real. You don't give a damn about what the veterans done. Ain't nobody visiting no veterans hospitals tomorrow. They're going in your backyard, fire up the grill, get you some pork, get you some beer, get you some wine, get you some reefer. Ain't nobody going to see no veterans. You will say hi and you will say hello to maybe your relatives that was in the military who's still alive. You're not going to go to the graveyard of veterans and all that type of stuff. You're not going to do all that. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. You don't give a damn about Veterans Day. And then you have people, if I talk what sounds negative about Veterans Day, you have those who will huff and puff and make a big deal about it. And that's how they're celebrating. Most people who really care or might give a damn about Veterans Day are those who are still in the service, those who fathers and mothers or whoever, uncles and sons or whatever, that might have been in the military. You don't care about soldiers defending this nation and all like that. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. Because I know I don't care. I really don't care. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I stay in trouble with Google. I stay in trouble with the Negroes on Facebook, on YouTube. Everywhere I go, folks get really, I guess it's because of how I say things. And it hurts their widow feelings. I'm the #1 feeling hurter on social media. I get under people's skin real quick. I remember I had a little short chat conversation with our sister Rona. And people don't like for you to disagree with them. So I'm bringing my conclusions, my opinion to Sister Rona. And she's trying, you can tell, she's trying her damnness to stay cool, calm, and collect. She said, I don't agree with you, man. Folks they do not like for you to disagree with them. The all-knowing, the almighty. Now, you can disagree with me. I'm not going to get angry over that because you have your opinion. Everybody has a right to their opinion. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to defend my conclusion. I'm going to defend my opinion. And that's what you don't like. Because when I tell you the reason why I've come to this conclusion or this opinion is because I've taken some thought about it and it's quite obvious. You cannot argue with it. You can disagree all you want to. You cannot argue with the truth. You cannot argue with what is quite obvious. If you have spinach on your teeth, and I tell you there's something green on your mouth, I don't know what it is, It's quite obvious. Look in the mirror, you will see it. There are those who will still argue, and they know they ate spinach. They know they ate some lettuce. They know they ate something green and still will argue with you because maybe they washed their mouth out with some scope or with some water or whatever. So they feel it's impossible for the green to still be on the teeth. It's there. I'm telling you, it's obvious. I'm going to bring the obvious. I'm not telling you something of my opinion. What do we do here? We try to be as factual as possible. That's what we do here. I can handle the truth. In fact, the acceptance of the truth, even though it might hurt, it really helps me. It really helps us in the long run. These feel-good stories, trying not to hurt people's feelings, because that's what the truth hurts. Truth hurts those who don't like truth. You want somebody to lie to you because you don't want your feelings hurt. You want to hear lies. You want to hear half-truths. You want to get unearned praise and honor. And you didn't do a damn thing. Sit on your ass. We don't do that here. I'm not going to tell you that you shot 40 points and you only did 5. And then make speculations and come up with all these excuses of why you could have shot 40, but you didn't do 40. You only made 5, and that's what I'm going to tell you. You only did 5 points. You did not shoot 40. But we love lies. We want somebody to tell us how great we are, beautiful, smart, superior, whatever. We like these feel-good stories, and we don't do a damn thing. Sit on your ass and don't do nothing and get all this praise and all this glory, and you don't qualify. We don't do that here. If you're expecting that, you need to take your happy ass on somewhere, go to church, go to the Nation of Islam, go to the Moorish Science Temple, go to the Pan-African, somebody who can stroke your damn ego and give you something that you didn't earn. When you do it, I will give you your credit. That goes for me, that goes for anybody. It goes for God. When I see God doing something, I will give God credit. When the mother plane comes, or the spirits and the demons, we see that they done something, I will give them credit. Until then, they get no credit, not here. So take your spooky ass to church, to the Nation of Islam, wherever they embrace spookism and spirituality, you need to go there. You're going to get angry at me because I asked you, what is a spirit? How does it function? What is it made out of? Why we can't put it in a jar and examine it? What does it eat? What's its energy source? You don't get angry because we ask these type of questions because you just believe. And you can believe all you want to, but even in the superhero universe, they try to explain how Superman fly. They try to explain how Spider-Man can climb the walls and all this type of stuff. They try to explain it, even though it's all fake, but they at least try to explain it. You don't offer no kind of explanation whatsoever. You want to get angry and upset over those because you stupid enough to believe that. You're not really angry at me. You're not really angry at the Dickens of reality. You're not really angry at us. You're angry at yourself because you're stupid enough, because you're pitiful and you damn pathetic loser, because you need that so you can feel like you have some kind of value. And you know your ass ain't done nothing in this life. You're always looking for the easy way. There is no easy way out.
a man make babies, then you're going to get angry because child support come after you. Who's about to take care of your babies? You did that. You didn't have a problem laying down with that woman making those babies. Now here comes child support, and you want to blame the woman. Who's about to take care of your children? I'm supposed to take care of your children? Those are your children. Well, who's supposed to take care of your children? The child support after me. We know that child support laws, the Division of Family Service or whatever, we know that men get a bad rap. We know that men aren't treated very well. Men make those laws. Men made child support. You know why? Because men got tired of taking care of your damn ass babies. That's why. Not the women. Women don't make no laws. They can help, but they don't make no laws. They can't even make laws for themselves. All these abortion laws, all these things about women, men make the laws. Women don't control, don't run nothing. All these laws, all these courts, the military, everything controlled in this nation, controlled by men. Point blank, period. By white men. Still. I know y'all waiting for the great miracle. Well, when this country gonna turn brown and it's gonna turn black and you thinking your crazy ass mind, things gonna get better. It could get worse. At least you know about these people who are in charge right now. This brown savior that you waiting on that's going to take over America, if the Russians don't do first, if China don't do first, you think that's going to be your savior. It could get worse. But that's the teachings in Black YouTube. Either the sun going to burn all the white people up and you can take control, or the brown people and the black people in this country, the country, they say by the year 2050, this country should be brown. And you think that's a good thing. These people don't give a damn about you like that. You think they're going to give you reparations? You think you're going to get treated any damn different? You got a rude awakening coming for you. A rude awakening. I don't give a damn if this country turn all black. You think things gonna get better? Hell, Africa is all black. At one time was all black, whatever. Look how messed up Africa is. And these islands where all the black folks is in control. Dickens says already brown. And they don't give a damn about black people. Show you right. Y'all living in La La Land. If you don't look out for yourself, and you too damn dumb, and you too damn messed up in the head to unify and get yourself together and look out for your own interests, you're going to always be on the damn bottom. When I was locked up, if I did not look out for my own interests, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I had to look out for me. You waiting on Africa. You waiting on Jesus. You waiting on every damn body except yourself. You got to do it. You want to change, just like the Dickens made a video. It's time for a change. If you and I don't take matters in our own hands, we're done. It's simple as that. Waiting on some kind of savior. The brown people gonna save me. The mother plane, Jesus, Mohammed, whoever gonna save you. The only one gonna save you is yourself. And if you don't want to do that, then just be happy on the damn bottom, because that's where you're going to be if they don't kill you outright and make you become extinct. That's what the brown people might be planning for you, for our happy ass. Extinction. They don't need you around talking all this blackity black stuff. And what are you? Ain't no damn good to them. While they coming in, they gonna be kicking your ass, our ass out. Your saviors. They don't give a damn about. What are videos by these brown people talking about brown pride and we superior? You don't see that type of stuff with them. They don't. And the teaching. What brown people is talking about? We follow the teachings of the Honorable Leroy Lopez. It's not happening. Don't give a damn about you. You give your money and your time to these con artists, and they not looking out for your interests. They only looking out for their interests so they can go to the Bahamas on vacation. Like Umar Johnson, he's in Africa. Who's paying for that? Those silly followers, listeners, paying for him to go to Africa for what? So he can run his mouth and talk. There's no benefit to us. There's no benefit to you. You get what you ask for. You're going to get angry at Angel Snuffing Up 7. You're going to get angry at us here because we keeping it real. If we don't do it, it don't get done. And we got to try our best to get it done. We don't have to like nobody. Shout out to our brother CJ, just entered in the chat room. I don't have to like you. You don't have to like me. We're in the same position. And we're going to stay the same position until we learn how to work together and change the condition. And stop being damn crybabies. We love to cry, whimper. You don't like what somebody said. You make me cry. You hurt my feelings. You disrespect my teachings. You disrespect my belief. These people will do more than disrespect your teaching, disrespect your belief. They will outright kill you. Keep playing these games and passing this madness to your children. And if I was the children, I would not praise you. I would give you no honor. I would make it where I will write you out of history that you don't exist. A generation of bums, cowards, comfortable with the nickel and dime, the biscuits from the masa table, including the Pan-Africans and the Muslims and the Morrises and the Hebrews. Y'all comfortable with the biscuits and the little butter you get from the masa table. And you think that you tough. Every day you make videos talking tough. Ain't gonna bust a grape. You ain't gonna do nothing. I think it's got to the point where even Brother Craig sick of it. It took a few years. I've been telling the man for years that all that stuff is a bunch of garbage. They ain't never going nowhere. I think Brother Craig is finally getting to the point where it's quite obvious. Because it's not Angel Snuffing Up 7. Time is going to support me. Time backs me up. So you can debate all you want to. You can argue. You can be upset all you want to. Time. If you can do better, then do it. Clearly you can't. What did you do last month? What did you do last year? What have they accomplished in the whole 10 years from 2013 to 2023? What did the black conscious, black community pattern, what did they accomplish in the last 10 years? And they took, now mind you, they took in millions of dollars. We're not talking about the church. We're talking about the Hebrew Israelites. We're talking about the Pan-Africans. We're talking about the Moorish Temple and the Nation of Islam, all this black, the new Black Panther Party, all this blackity black stuff. What they took in millions of dollars, what did they accomplish in the last 10 years? So you can argue if they really accomplished something, they would make, if they accomplished something, they would make videos about it. Look, Deacons of Reality, look what we did. And they'll make a video about it and list it. And people on the streets will have all these testimonies. The only testimony they get is, I watched Minister Farrakhan video. And that's a deep brother. That's the best you're going to get. I was listening to Tariq Nasheed. That's a deep brother. I was listening to what's his name? Tahaka Bay. That's a deep brother. We've given these people millions of dollars and they accomplished nothing. Brother Craig said they accomplished nothing but subscribers, super chats, and donations. They don't even show what do they do in their own community. What has the Nation of Islam? We're not even talking about nationwide. What has Louis Farrakhan done in Chicago? They don't even do nothing in their headquarters in Chicago. They just gave Louis Farrakhan over $100,000 worth of gold. For what? So he can flow show. So you be like white folks. You want to be like Jay-Z and Beyonce, Oprah Winfrey or some damn body. How long are we going to continue this? Foolishness. Exactly. How long are we going to continue this foolishness? But I'm like Tupac. I'm not mad at you. I'm not angry at you because you just don't know no better. Like I did. I didn't know no better at one time. But the difference between you and me is I've always been open-minded. I wish there was somebody like me a long time ago. It took me almost 30 years to come to the realization and understanding that all this Pan-African, black Muslim, Hebrew, all this black is a bunch of garbage. So how can I get angry at you being how you are when it took me almost 30 years? But the difference between you and me is now you have somebody. I didn't have nobody to help me to begin to understand these things. You actually have somebody in your midst that can help you, bring you true understanding, bring you the real truth. I didn't have nobody. That's the difference. Welcome to this spontaneous broadcast of the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. If your feelings are easily hurt, I would suggest that you go ahead and leave and take your money with you, because I don't want your money either. Take your booty with you. I don't want your booty either. Take your booty and your money. You can go to the Nation of Islam, to the Moorish Temple, to the UNIA, the new UNIA or the new Black Panther. Go there where they can stroke your ego and make you feel. Go to church and eat some crackers and drink some wine, the blood of Jesus. You go do that, because we don't do that here. Our feelings need to get hurt because truth hurts. The same way when you are in darkness and the light suddenly comes on and it makes your eyes squint because you got to adjust. And sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts to let the sun shine in. And you squint and you rub your eyes. But that's the part of the process of being able to see. Let the light come in. Because only light, not darkness. Only light brings life. Life comes up out of darkness into the light. And when there's no longer light, then it goes back into the darkness. They make up all these false views of black darkness. Before I get on our main topic, I just want to briefly speak on the black. Because we black people, the black. We part of the black race. Black is a European racial classification that did not exist until the late 1700s. Nobody on this planet was talking about no damn, I'm a black people and a white people and a red people. That did not exist. If so, bring your happy ass here and you show us where race existed before Europeans created in the late 1700s. People identified with their nation, they identified with their tribe, their family, and sometimes even religious affiliation. They did not, there was no red man, black man, and all this other racial stuff. This was racial classification designed by Europeans to divide the human family based on race so they can justify their atrocities seeking material goods all over the earth. That's what it was for. So they could justify, because contrary to popular belief, there are Caucasian people, there are Europeans that would be against slavery, but they use racial classification, they use religion. These people were cursed by God. These people are mentally inferior. They're animals. And they use that to justify what they was doing to melanated people. This is not to say that melanated people was good and holy and righteous, because they done their dirt too, which the Pan-Africans and the Muslim and the Africans, they don't want to talk about that part of history, but you can easily look it up. You ain't no damn holy roller yourself. Even in China, in Asia, it's all over the earth. Human beings have been evil to one another, especially in patriarchal societies, fighting and killing each other over women, over material things. This has been going on. There has never been on this planet a utopian society, human beings, and they all holy and righteous. It never happened. It never happened. That's a damn, there's never been no utopian civilization. That's a damn lie. There's no proof of, there's no evidence. Since the beginning of recorded human history, always been violence, always been atrocities, wars. That's how they've been kicking. Why do you think the Bible and the Quran popped up? And then they became part of the damn problem. The Bible and the Quran supposed to be to show human beings how to be human, how to be righteous. And those books have failed. Clearly, what sense do it make to argue with me when it's quite obvious? The Bible has been here for 2,000 years. The Quran has been here for 1,400. All these damn religions been around here for thousands of years, hundreds of years, or whatever, look at the shape of the human being. Over half of humanity believes in some kind of God and righteous behavior. Well, if that's the case, well, then how the hell are we in the condition that we're in if half of humanity believes in righteous behavior? How the hell are we in the condition that we're in? Because it's all a fake, it's all a fraud. Because the unrighteous are the ones who actually wrote the book that's supposed to be of righteousness. And it's no secret, you can even Google certain parts. The Bible is not righteous and the Quran is not righteous. These books, religion, do not produce righteous behavior. We don't need religion to live a righteous life. Just treat a person like you want to be treated. But I want to be better than you. And this is the problem. Men think they better than women. That was the beginning of our problem. Men think they better than women. I assume and I believe that women was the first human slaves. It makes sense because men are better than women. And then prior to that, you made slaves out of plants. You made slaves out of animals. Make slaves out of anything you get your hands on. Because I'm superior. I'm better. A big ass bully. And for some reason, you think you're supposed to get good results. How are you going to get good results when you up to no damn good? So, black is better. The melanin. We're gonna fight fire with fire. So now the melanin is better than the white or the red and the yellow or whatever, the melanin. Still following your master because master is the one who made you black. You wasn't black till he made you black. Now, there are some people who get angry at you and I and others who reject being called black. We don't want to be called black. I see a lot of videos. Dominicans don't want to be called black. They Dominicans. Many people, unlike your happy ass, because that's all you ever known was racial classification. Many of these people, contrary to what you think, many of these people lived a life. They wasn't black. There was no white. There was no red and yellow. They lived their tribe, their family, their nation. I'm a damn Dominican. Well, Dominican is black. And if you go and look at the confused racial classification, you can have dark skin and be a Caucasian. Go look it up. You can be melanated and be a Caucasian and other stuff. Go look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. Because the racial classification isn't always based solely on color. It's based also upon geographics. Go look it up. They don't talk about that. What is black? Of course, we was called black. And one of the most famous excerpts from a movie talking about it was Malcolm X, Denzel Washington, Spike Lee. And Malcolm was talking about, he was learning what black was. Even Dr. King talked about how black is evil and wicked and it's a curse and things of this nature. But also at the same time, it is what it is. Black, they also coincide, or they put black and darkness together. Darkness means void of light. It's not a color. It just means there's no light. Darkness is not a color. It just means there's no light. Because when the light comes, you will see the color. When you're blind, there's no light or the black. You're in darkness. You can't see. There's a lot of, when you're talking about black, there's no light, so there's no heat, so you are in the cold. It's a bad place to be in the black. Unless you're on Wall Street and your stocks go up, you're in the black, you're doing good. So that's the reality of black. When your lights go out, when you die, things turn black. You don't see no more. You're dead. You go into the ground, it's pure darkness, it's black. There's some realities with the darkness. There's realities to the black. Why would you want to be called that? Black is related to death. Why you want to be black? There's nothing prideful. There's nothing proud to be black. And then when you look at the color, we as a people, the black Americans in this country, we are more copper, we're more brown than black. We're nowhere near the color. There is no, brown is not black. Even me, I'm dark brown. I'm nowhere near. I could go to YouTube. I can go to my Facebook and look and show you some black people. I mean, some real dark skin for real. And I mean, myself and our sister Rashida Strober, the dark skin, we're nothing. We're dark skin. We're nothing close to some of these people that's for real dark skin. We're brown. And brown is not black. So you want to fight over who's black, and you didn't even come up with the name. You didn't even come up with the classification. You still going by what Massa said. Massa said you're black. Didn't Master Farah Muhammad, the Nation of Islam, didn't he know that term, that identity came from white folks? But the black man is God? Nobody on this planet was using racial classification. They didn't give a damn about no black man is no damn God, because black man did not exist until that identity was created by the Europeans in the late 1700s. I got a video somewhere. I think I dumped it on Rumble, and I put all this together because they kept taking it down on YouTube. I put all this stuff together where white people explain how they came up with racial classification. Has nothing to do with your ass. Racial classification did not exist until Europeans created it. You go argue with them and call them a liar. They don't never show where Africans called themselves black, or Chinese people call themselves yellow people, and Japanese call themselves brown people. That did not exist. Come prove, show us I'm in wrong. I'm not a liar because I could be in error. When you lie, you're doing it on purpose. You're trying to deceive. I'm not trying to deceive. This is my conclusion. It's quite obvious. There's no people on this planet that call themselves by a continent. Africa, Europe, Asia, whatever. There's no people that call themselves by a continent. Now, when Caucasian people or when Europeans began to take control of the media, they renamed continents and they renamed things because they the suckers that's controlling the media. And then when you get your ass whooped, or when you're the low man on the totem pole and you have no choice to do things their way, then you start accepting Asia as Asian, Africa as Africa, even though we knew these continents as something else. And that's how it is. But prior to that, it was different. There was no people called themselves by a continent. I'm an African American. I'm a damn continent. We two continents. We North American and we African. Damn, we messed up. The people on these continents, whether it's Asia or any of these continents or Africa or whatever, the people are different. They do not call themselves family. There are people in Asia, Japanese and China been fighting for what? For a long time. They was at war with each other. North Korea, South Korea, the different African nations and tribes was fighting each other. They didn't call themselves, they don't view themselves as no family. The melanated family, the Asian family, they don't view themselves, even the Europeans. Matter of fact, if you was a European in the early days of Europe, you be trying to get the hell out of Europe. They treated themselves like hell. Do your research. Get the information. No, you want to sell a narrative. If we gonna tell these stories, tell the whole damn story. That's what I asked of you to do. These people don't tell the whole story. If you're gonna tell the story, tell the whole thing, but they don't. They're trying to sell a narrative. I'm not trying to sell a narrative here. Trying to get down to the nitty gritty. We're trying to get down to the reality, to the reality of things. I have no narrative to say. We are not even a people in this country, let alone black people, African Americans. Somebody always want to force their garbage on us. Oh, you black, you a Muslim, you a Moor, we a Moor. Ain't nobody asking us nothing. Making all these videos telling us what somebody tell us what they think we should be. Ain't nobody told us, ain't nobody asking us nothing. Aren't you sick of it? You are African, you was a Negro and you was colored, you're black, now you're African American. What the hell? None of these names we came up with. The only name that I know of that came from our womb, we called ourselves soul sisters and brothers. That's the only name that I know of. All these other identities came from other people. Being a Hebrew Israelite, being a Muslim, being a Moor, being an African, it all comes from somebody else. Like, damn, I thought we supposed to be free people. We don't control nothing. Some sucker always want to force their will on us. If it ain't the white boy, it's other Negroes. You can piss off. Nobody asks us nothing, just gonna force their crap on us. Again, the only name that I know of that wasn't forced on us, that came from our womb, is soul sisters, soul brothers and sisters. That didn't come from the white folks, that didn't come from Africans. Where did it come from? It came from us. So that's my foundation. working on what we created come from us. And it's a good thing because now you are a tribe and your tribe is not dependent upon skin color. It's about whatever it is that we decide that qualify you to be part of our tribe or our nation. We are not a people. We're called a people by default. We are a people in similar circumstance. We've never come together at no time and said, we are a people. It never happened. We view ourselves as American citizens. We're not a people. We're Americans. Smokey Robinson just put up a post on Facebook and people was getting on his case because he said, I'm an American. Point blank. No African American, no Black American. He's just said, I'm an American. And there was many people. At this point in time, Smokey Robinson is correct. We just some damn Americans. We are some fair slaves that came off a slave plantation, wandering the countryside, trying to find our place to be in America. And we are Americans, whether we like it or not. I've never seen nobody with a passport and they was called a Muslim or a Hebrew or a Moor. You got, wherever you go, no matter what you call yourself, you're going to be viewed and seen as an American. Point blank. That's the reality of it. Anything else is your damn delusions and hallucinations, and it don't get over in the real world. They don't want to hear that stuff. You go to Africa. Umar Johnson is in Africa, I believe, right now. His ass is an American. They do not look at him as some kind of lost African. You are an American. Whether I like it, whether you like it or not, you're going to be treated that way. Louis Farrakhan been all over this earth. He's an American. He's not no African or nothing like that. He's an American citizen. And that's how you're going to be treated. And when you want something free from this nation, your happy ass will be happy to be an American. I don't see nobody, long lines of these people denouncing their American citizenship. You can do that. You can do that. You can denounce your American citizenship. Umar Johnson not going to do it. Gay Nollywood Jr. is not going to do it. Bakari is not going to do that. What's the other Pan-African supposed to be? Dempsey, whatever his name is. He's not going to do it. None of them. They don't even talk about denouncing their American citizenship because they know it's an advantage. And they want to keep it that way. And the majority of them gonna die in America. They're not going to live in no damn Africa. You would do just like Umar Johnson, take your happy ass over there and visit and bring your ass back home to America. You don't want to argue and debate me. I can beat you with one pinky because this is the reality of it. So they're going to get upset with my conclusion because it's quite obvious. I don't even have to come to a conclusion. It's quite obvious. They want to get upset with me. Hell, I'm upset with you because I thought you was more intelligent. Y'all some damn fools. You are adults who still believe in Santa Claus. But instead of Santa Claus, the white man, You found another Santa Claus to believe in. Gonna come down the chimney and give you gifts. In Africa, African Santa Claus. The Native American Santa Claus. Somebody gonna come and save your happy ass. We want to shout out our people in London, England, and around the earth, Just Acting and The Resident in London, England. We want to shout out to our sister Tangi and her family in California. We want to shout out to all those who listen to this program. I thank you so much. It's always an honor. And for those of whom I hurt your feelings, I really don't mean to hurt your feelings. I mean, I hurt my feelings too. I don't want to, I'd be happy that the things that you say and believe, I would be happy that those things would be true. If Jesus was real, I would be happy about it. If all this pro-blackness stuff that y'all talk about in the spirits, if it was real, I would have no problem with it. The problem is it's lies. Time, not Angel Snuffed Up 7. Time has revealed and shown to us it's hallucination, it's false, it's not real. We gotta keep it real. And people brag about nobody listen to Angel Snuffed Up. I don't give a damn about that kind of stuff. Only thing you let me know that you got a bunch of people who love lies, who live in fantasy and fiction. So what? Truth is hard to handle. You want to believe in something and you're not required to do nothing. I was telling somebody about the 2015 Justice or Else campaign by Louis Farrakhan. You always making mockery of somebody. I'm not making mockery of nobody. I'm just telling you what happened. Louis Farrakhan called for 10,000 fearless men, 2015, October of 2015. I don't know what these men are supposed to do. He said justice or else. He don't explain what the else is. That was 2015. This is 2023. What has the 10,000 men accomplished? Matter of fact, did you even get 10,000 fearless men? 10,000 fearless men to do what? Now you know you're not bad enough to do nothing violent. So that's out. We know you're not going to do that. So what are these 10,000 fearless men supposed to do? Absolutely nothing. Whose fault is that? That's not mine. You said, your leader, I want 10,000 fearless men. To do what? He don't even say what you want the 10,000 fearless men to do. See, he's not going to cross that line where the FBI and the CIA, even the military, can make a move on his ass. So he knows where to stop, but he pumps you up, fires you up to do nothing. I don't want to be nasty. You know what that reminds me of? You know that I don't want to be nasty, but I mean it reminds me. You know, you're dealing with a woman, and y'all kissing and hugging and feeling or whatever, and you think something getting ready to go down. You know, think something getting ready to go down, Then she said, I got a headache. I'm ready to go home. What? You getting ready to go home? I got a headache. I'm ready to go home. Can you take me home? She done got you hyped up. Y'all feeling and kissing and rubbing. Y'all know how that go. Yeah. Pretending like you. What you talking about, man? What you talking about, Willis? You know what I'm talking about. So here Farrakhan, he rubbing on you. I need 10,000 fearless men hyping you all up for nothing. That I didn't do that. He did that. How you looking at me? Because I'm talking about what happened. That was 2015. Time, not Angel Snuff No 7. Time show you. To my knowledge, the 10,000 fearless men didn't even show up. What is the or else? What are 10,000 fearless men supposed to do? Here we are with Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. I want 10,000 fearless men. I'm going to tell you what your mission is. I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. And I'm going to give you a timetable. If you do that, you can be successful. And you will produce this. Give me your money. Give me your time. But I can't get 10,000 fearless men. Apparently, Louis Farrakhan can't either. Because what they supposed to do? They don't even know what to do. Million Man March. Atone, he said. Don't give you no instructions to do nothing. You're on your own. Just atone. Tell your wife and your children, I'm sorry for whatever you're supposed to have done. And then atone to God. and what do we do now, sir? I don't know, but I'm going to get on a plane and I'm going to take my happy ass out the country. That's what he did. Angel Snuff 7 don't have nothing to do with that. That's what he done. So you talk about you upset with me because I'm just talking about the obvious. I'm upset with y'all because I thought you had the supreme wisdom. I thought y'all was so intelligent and so smart. I don't see it. I don't see your intelligence. I see a bunch of people just found another church to go to. Pro-blackness, Pan-Africanism, all that ain't nothing but another church, another slave plantation to hang out on. That's all I see. I don't see the intelligence. Then they get angry at me because I just ask simple, basic questions. And you get angry and upset with me because you stupid enough to continue to hold on to what your brain is telling you something is wrong, telling you that something is it's an outright lie, that you've been lied to. How you think I felt when I realized Nation of Islam teachings was fairy tales? How you think I felt? How you think Malcolm X felt when that went down with him and Elijah Muhammad and all those people he convinced to go follow this man? And then this man stabbed him in the back. How you think I felt? I'm in the crazy house. I'm praying to Allah. Allah ain't doing a damn thing for me. How you think I felt when I realized, damn, I've been bamboozled? How you think I felt? The difference between you and me is, well, it is what it is. I can accept that I was lied to. I can accept that black people bamboozle me. And it's not necessarily because they was being deceitful, some of them. They thought they believed and they thought they was doing something good. They didn't know. But now in 2023, we know. We know it's lies. We know it's hallucinations from foreigners. None of this stuff is self-discovery. All of it comes from the white man or it comes from a foreigner. Marcus Garvey was a foreigner. He was not born here. Master Farah Muhammad is a foreigner. Noble Drew Ali got his teachings from foreigners. All of it comes from foreigners. No God, no prophet, nobody came to us and told us nothing. We always following, serving somebody, licking somebody else's boots. We don't get nothing. We always a servant. Then you want to call yours, how the hell you a free man? How the hell you a free black man, a free black woman, and you serving a God and bound down to some damn books? What's free about you? You still a slave. We don't bow down to books here. We don't bow down to divine people or gods or mother planes or aliens and spooks and spirits. Bring your spooky ass here. If you want to convince us to serve you, bring your spooky ass here on the live stream right now and talk to us. I have been inviting spooks and spirits to the live stream for how long? I've invited people that talk about astral projection. I can fly out of my body. They're supposed to come to the live stream. None of them have shown. It was a brother that was here who said he could prove that God exists right here, live. He couldn't do nothing. We need to stop clowning. We need to stop being children and grow up. That's your problem. You're a child. You want somebody to hold your hand, help you across the street. You want somebody to put a quarter in the bubble gum machine and give you a piece of bubble gum because you're a child. Escort you to the prom. Nobody listen to Angel Snuffing Up 7. I don't give a damn. I can do this live stream by myself. Eventually somebody will listen, but I can do this live stream all by myself. I don't need nobody. There was nobody around me when it was revealed to me that everything, all that pro-black religious stuff that I was taught all my life for the last 30-some damn years is a lie. You think that made me feel good? All the people I'm talking to, telling them about the black and the melanin. I was just like you at one time. It's all lies. Half truth. Trying to sell a narrative. Just like the Nazis did in Germany. Just like the Nazis did in Germany. Selling a narrative. Telling pieces of stories to fit their narrative. You ain't no damn different. And their mindset, if they ever did come into power, they would be just like the Peckerwood. They would be no different. They the same. Look how they treat you. Look how they treat us. And they don't have no power. You a coon. You a Sambo. You a hypocrite. You an agent. Look how they look at their attitude. And they don't have no power. You can imagine what they would do if they had the power to chop people's heads off. But they supposed to be a better choice. I would rather take my chances with Joe Biden. I'll take my chances with Joe Biden than Umar Johnson or Farrakhan or any of these Tariq Nasheed or Rizza Islam. I'd rather take my chances with Joe Biden than any of these Negro suckers. They don't mean you no good. They ain't no damn better. They are not holy. They're not righteous. Their actions show they're no better. The people who would be better, you won't listen to. The people that would be better probably don't even come to YouTube. That would do the job and would be better. They don't come to YouTube. We give our money, we give our soul and our attention to these pieces of trash. So you upset with me, I'm upset with you because I thought that you was intelligent. You proved me wrong. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. Wrong. And then I have these suckers that actually want to try to debate and argue with me instead of just like, leave me alone. You can see that ain't nothing happening. Still gonna try. Still gonna try to argue and debate. It's a losing battle. You represent hallucination and fantasy, half-truth, pseudo-history, bull-doodle scholarship. And this is another thing. We're going to get into our topic real quick. I should knock that off real fast. You have all these people, the majority of them barely graduated out of high school, didn't go to college, and they talk all this science and history stuff. Why, if you were so interested in science and history, why didn't you take your lazy ass to college and get a degree in some kind of science and some kind of mathematics, some kind of history or whatever? They come on here and they sit up their slide shots, and if you notice, people with degrees don't even come on in the chat room and say, yeah, brother, you right. I went to college for 10, 12 years. Yeah, you sure right, brother. Where are they at? It's always the high school dropouts. Go ahead, Farrakhan. Go ahead, Tahaka Bay. Go ahead, Sarnetta. The high school dropouts. What are people with the college degrees that's backing all this stuff up? And if they do have a degree, it's probably in theology. But as you know, people with degrees get caught up in all this bull doodle too. As intelligent as Malcolm X was, he got caught up in the crap. I'm shocked about Wesley Muhammad. He should know better. But this stuff, I mean, you have to give them credit. It's brilliant. This religion, spiritual stuff, whoever made it up is brilliant. But another thing that helps it, the people was conditioned to accept it by violence. All this spiritual, religious stuff is promoted by violence. It's promoted by violence throughout time. And somebody like me, somebody like us, that will rise up and question and challenge it, there was a time that they would ostracize you, they would murder you, and of course make mockery. That's what they do to us. We're ostracized and we're made mockery of. And if we was in the right country, they would murder us for speaking out or questioning these beliefs. That's how these beliefs got popular. They're not popular because the people accepted it because of violence. They don't never talk about that part of their history. The Moors was violent. The Christians was violent. The Muslims was violent. All this religious stuff was promoted by violence, forced on the masses of the people. There's nothing peaceful about it. I would never try to force nothing on nobody or condition them to be that way because it's not real. It's phony. If you accept it, if you embrace it, it's because that's what you want to do. That's how your brain came to that conclusion, and that's what you want to do. Not because my great-grandmammy was a Christian, and my great-great-great-grandmammy was a Christian, and blah, blah, blah. Not because you was forced on it as a child, because as an adult, as a full-function adult, you was introduced to this, and you embrace it. That's not how it works. That's not how it worked throughout time. It was because of violence. They don't ever talk about that. Keep talking about peace. And there's nothing peaceful about God. This God is the most tyrannical, violent. He's petty. He's a bully. There's nothing loving. Show me a scripture where this God is doing something nice for somebody. This God is always threatening people, bullying people. There's a reason why the devil left God, because he's a damn bully. He's a damn tyrant. You know how it is. You the tyrant. Then you're going to put it out in the atmosphere. So-and-so. You're going to try to make your victim the bad guy. Man, that dude was full of shit. When it was you the tyrant, you the bully, you the abuser, you the exploiter. This God, just read the Bible and the Quran. This God is tyrannical. There's nothing good and righteous about this God. I would never bow down. This is an evil being. And this God hates women. This God hates women. So I definitely don't like it. I definitely don't. So this is Memorial, or tomorrow will be Memorial Day. And we do want to respect those who served in the military. We will respect you to a certain point, because you don't know no better. But for those who have the heart, especially, look, as a man, as a male, in most cultures, you have to prove that you're a soldier. In a lot of cultures, I believe even in the United States, you had to serve at least 3 years. There was a time, I think there was a time, even in the United States, as a male, you had to serve at least 3 years in the military as a male. All males had to serve in the military at least 3 years. I believe in the state of Israel, I think they do that in the state of Israel. All males are required to serve in the military for at least 3 years. And I know in certain primitive tribes or whatever, you have to prove that you are a soldier, that you are willing to die and fight for your tribe. You are willing to die and fight for your nation. So there's nothing wrong with being a soldier. When you go and look at ants, there's all kinds of ants, but there are soldier ants. They are the ones to protect the other ants as they go about their daily work. There's always going to be soldiers. There's always going to be somebody there to protect the family, the nation, the tribe. So there's nothing wrong with being a soldier to protect yours. And if all human beings was friends, there would be no need for that. All human beings are not your friend. So that means you have to protect yours. You have to protect your water, your land, because you always got another man out there who wants your land, your water, and your woman. So you're going to have to be able to defend them. There's nothing wrong with being a soldier. It is something wrong with being a soldier for your oppressor, for the one that kicked your ass and licked you on a tree. There is a problem. I have a problem with that. You should have a problem with that. When I was a little boy, I was so happy to go to school. I can't even remember a time when I couldn't read and write, because I love that. I love to read. I love to write. I love school. I hated summer because we had to take that break. I wish school could have just kept going on and on and on. I love school. And when you're in school, when I was growing up, they probably don't do it now. When I was in school, they kept the American flag in your face. And we talked about America all the time. There was an American flag in the front, right next to teacher's desk. And we always talked about America all the time. And I didn't know. I used to draw the American flag all the time. The stars in the tribe. Matter of fact, even now, I still think that the American flag is a pretty flag. I like the stars and stripes. I like how it's designed. But when I began to learn what that flag meant, I started looking at things differently. And I felt so stupid because I had drawn, who knows how many times I had drawn the American flag over and over again, because I'm an American. See, I'm a child now. And there are those who are adults who still don't know no damn better. I'm a child, but when I began to see and understand what this flag really meant, I began to hate this flag. And I was a child towards the end of Jim Crow. I was introduced to the Nation of Islam teachings, and that's when I really began to see the situation that I was in. I'm in the South, the Jim Crow South, living in Mississippi, one of the most violent states of segregation. And as a child, adults, nobody was telling us children really what was going on. I learned, the first time I learned that my ancestors, I already knew we were sharecroppers because we was living that life. So I already knew we were sharecroppers. My white teacher told me about slavery. There was a time when your ancestors were slaves in this country. What? My mama didn't teach me nothing. My grandfather didn't teach me nothing. Why they didn't teach us nothing? Probably because they was embarrassed, and maybe because they were scared. Because it might make the children angry and make us want to do something. So they feared for our lives. But many of us, we didn't know. But I was introduced to Nation of Islam teaching, and I learned about the lynchings, tar and feathering, the bombing of the church in Alabama. I began to learn all these different things. So again, even though we're talking about all these different teachings, Muslims and the Hebrew Israelite, this is not to say that they have not done good things. And see, this is where people get it all messed up. I'm not saying that there's no good. There's no good that came out of it, but it served its purpose. It served its time. And the reason why you can't progress because it served its time. It's over. This is not 1930. This is not 1960. This is not 1980. This is not even 2000. This is a new time. And you keep doing these things, and you're investing in these things, and you're not getting a payoff. There's nobody in their right mind that's going to invest in McDonald's and don't get a profit. You're investing in all these pro-blackity black things. They're not paying off. We're giving these people millions and millions of dollars, our time, our support, and you're not getting anything. That's not right. Even when it comes to God, you serve God 24 hours a day, Jesus or whatever. What's the payoff? You're supposed to bow down and serve God and do all this thing. What God gonna do for me? Now, if God not supposed to do nothing for you, you're a damn slave. Period. So what make God any damn different than the Peckerwood that was a slave owner? There's no different. Because the slave didn't get nothing from the slave owner for all the damn work he was doing 24 hours a day. You bowing down to Jesus, you bowing down to Allah, all these damn different gods. What do you get? Not a damn thing. It's the same crap. You're a slave. And we don't play slavery here. You want to be a slave? Then you need to go find somewhere else because I'm not interested in being your massa. Had enough of that servitude crap. It's amazing how y'all still want to be a slave and a servant to somebody after being a damn slave for over 300 some years. I don't understand your thinking. Why would you want to be a slave? But that's what you was complaining about for 300 years. I sure wish one day we could be free. I sure wish something happened to that bad old white man. Then as soon as you get away from the white man, you go to the Arab or some African. You just got to have your slave massa. I'm not interested in a slave massa. You do that because you're not free. You still have a childish mentality. You're immature. You're not grown. You're not an adult. So you need somebody to follow. Somebody to take care of you because you're not an adult. And if that was your child, you would look poorly on your child because you say, hey, you're 35 years old. You need to get your own house. You need to do your own thing. That's what you would tell your child. But here you are. You have the same mindset as the child that don't want to leave home. You're doing the same thing. You need a massa. You need a parent, somebody to keep taking care of you. So your 35-year-old boy will leave your house and find him a 45-year-old woman who suffered from low self-esteem. I'm old, nobody want me no more. Oh, here go this young 35-year-old. So he'll go live with her, and she'll be happy to take care of him because he got a roof over his head, and she got a young body in her bed. And you'll throw your nose up at that situation, that's the same thing going on. So what difference is it? I would not advise our children. We was on Facebook, myself and Brother Khalil. Shout out to Brother Khalil. We was on Facebook, and Brother Khalil advised all black children, I guess, to go to the military. And I told him, you are from an island. Now, you can advise other children from the islands, other immigrants. You can tell them to go to the military. I'm not going to tell mine to go to the military. I'm going to tell you why. And I really don't have to tell you why. Because it's common sense. What do it look like for us to go fight and join their military after what this nation has done to us as a people for over 300 years? No reparations. How do we benefit from being in the military? We don't. Until we get something, we should not go and tell our children to go to the military. We was in the military. And our soldiers would come to this country, survive Europe, come to this country, and get lynched. This is facts. Even in recent times, there was a brother, I think he came from Desert Storm, came from Iraq. He survived Desert Storm, went back home, and some peckerwood shot him in this country. What is the benefit to us? You fighting in that military, and they still calling you the N-word. Now it's behind the scenes, but you still the N-word. We know this. You don't check nobody. You still the N-word. That's just like asking Jewish children to go join the Nazis. That would never happen. Because now you live in Germany. Brother Khalil said that we should fight in the military simply because we live in America and we should help defend America against its enemies. That's their enemies. Did they ask black people to support Ukraine? They asked me nothing. Did they ask you? Huh? Most of the time, the majority of black people, black Americans, are against war. But these people are warmongers. Whether they are in the war or indirectly in the war, they like murder, they like bombs, they like stuff like that. They like to keep up crap. They didn't ask us nothing. But of course, some of our children are in the military, ready to go to Ukraine or wherever. They don't ask us nothing. We are still acting and behaving like slaves. We are acting and still behaving like pets. Go sick them. Go sick them. Saddam Hussein. Go sick them. Muammar Gaddafi. Go sick them. North Korea. Go sick them. Iran. Go sick them. We act like They treat us like guard dogs. Go sick 'em. Go sick 'em. Now, if you come from the Caribbean, you a migrant, your attitude is different because you didn't suffer what we suffer. You wasn't in Jim Crow. You wasn't on no slave plantation here. You need to go talk to your oppressors. You can't tell me about mine. You got some damn nerve. Don't tell me about how I should treat and how I should look at my oppressor. When you run away from yours, you took your happy ass from the island, wherever the hell you come from, and you come over here. And you was able to do that because of my people suffering. Because of Dr. King, because of the civil rights movement and anybody that tried to do anything to improve our condition in this country. You didn't do a damn thing. You took advantage of our struggle. Here, and you want to come here and tell me about my oppression. Take your happy ass back to the Caribbean, to Haiti, Trinidad, wherever the hell you come from. Go deal with your oppressor. Don't come here and tell Black Americans what we should and should not do. I'm so sick of damn foreigners. Don't come here and tell us how to deal with our problem. Why don't you deal with yours? Take your happy ass back home. You should be in the military. You owe them for giving you an opportunity. So you need to go to the military. Your children need to go. I'm not going to tell our children to go to the crack up the Peckerwoods military. And they have not done us right. They have not treated us right. We've done everything we're supposed to do. We die for this country, we pay for the taxes, and we still get the short end of the stick. A few years ago, I got a certified letter from the state of Missouri. Those of you who follow this channel, you will know that the state of Missouri unjustly locked me up for 10 years. And then when I got my first truck driving job, and I lived in Missouri, you're supposed to pay, of course, state taxes. So they're going to send me a check, send me a certified letter. You, sir, you owe us taxes. I put the letter back in the mail with a note. I ain't paying y'all ass nothing. You got a lot of damn nerve. If I pay them suckers taxes, I'm actually helping them pay for what they done to me unjustly. And that's what we're doing. When we go to the military and we die for this country, we actually help them oppress us. We give the A-OK that it was all right for them to do what they done to us for 300 years. I would be a fool. And I told them, do what you gotta do. I'm not giving you nothing. I'm not gonna give them nothing. I'm not gonna pay you for locking me up for 10 years. I'm not paying you taxes. I'm giving you nothing. I'm gonna help my oppressor. Are you crazy? So that's what Khalil is telling us. Why? Because the children need a job. Because the children need something other to do. They mess around and end up in gangs and blah, blah, blah. End up doing bad. Well, a lot of it, some of our children, unfortunately, I'm not trying to make mockery, but some folks are just stupid. They just stupid like that. And unfortunately, some people need guidance like that. I almost went to the military. But like I told you, I was introduced to Nation of Islam teaching. But I joined the military. I took the test or whatever. Only thing I needed to do was take the drug test or whatever it was. And I failed. I failed because I had a Big Mac before I took the test, and those sesame seeds make the test positive for drug use or whatever. So I had to wait another 24 hours to take that drug test all over again, then take the oath. But they gave me enough time because I knew better. So so people like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I did not go to the military. You can take that military and stick it up your backside. I washed dishes and I picked cans up off the street and I slept on basement floors. I slept on pickle barrels. I'm not going to your damn military. And things got better as time went on. I'm not doing that. And see, this situation, the reason why our children have to go through all that is because we as a people have failed them. And we give them this kind of advice because we don't want to take responsibility for our own children. They shouldn't have to go to no military like that. They're not patriotic to this country like that. Neither are you. It's very few people that are really patriotic like that. You do it for the money, not because you're a patriot. We should have our own military to recruit our children to. You don't have to go to the white man's military. We got our own version. That's what Operation Mississippi is about. We create our own military, hire our own police department, our own fire people, our own military to take care of us. They don't have to go to the military. You want to fight? You want to die? Then do it for your people because we're going to pay you like the government would pay you. And you get more honor and more respect than you would going to them devils' military. But we have failed them. So now, many of them, they don't feel as though they have a choice. Because I'm not smart enough to go to a trade school. I'm not really smart enough to go to college. And Lord, what I'm going to do? And the military is there, skinning and grinning. They don't give a damn about their own people, let alone you. Why you want to join the military? There was a mass exodus of black people, soul brothers and sisters from the South, going to the North. Why did that happen? Because they took the military that was supposed to be protecting our people from the South, and those idiots terrorized them, so they ran. But you want your children to join the military that failed to protect you. And you're supposed to want to be part of that. My uncle suffered, I forgot how many degree burns. He was in Vietnam. And he really didn't want to talk about Vietnam. But he died a few years ago. And like myself, he was diagnosed with cancer. I don't know what kind of cancer it was. But the VA kept giving him the run. The man has cancer. But the VA kept giving him the runaround, and he got to the point, I don't give a damn, whatever. If you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. There are those who can come here and tell us a beautiful story. Well, you know, I went to the military and I served in Korea and I served in Vietnam and I bought a house on the military GI Bill and they'll tell you a beautiful story. I got a wife and kids and picket fence and don't forget the dog Scruffy. There's people that can tell you beautiful stories. Tell the whole story. Like when it comes to sex, they talk about the pleasure, feeling good, getting me some. Y'all like, just the fact that I said the word sex makes, what is, y'all was getting ready to go to sleep. And nigga, they ain't talking about nothing. And the sex, what did he say about sex? What did he say? What did he say about sex? But they don't tell you, and on the porn video, they don't show you the other side. They don't show the VD. They don't show the A's. They don't show the blue balls. They don't show the people when their anus get weak, they can't hold their own feces no more. They don't talk about, they don't show that in pornography. They just show you, you know, well, all that stuff. They don't want to tell the whole story. My uncle died because these pieces of trash was giving him a runaround because they didn't want to pay for his cancer treatment. What is a soldier? To send your children to the military. What is that? A soldier, what do you do in the military? The military, a soldier, is a trained killer. That's what your child is being trained to be. You have to be able to blow a baby head off. If you consider that child an enemy, you have to be able to blow that child's brains out. That's why many of these soldiers are running around here out of their mind, because they had to do that. They saw children mowed down by machine guns and body parts all over the street. These soldiers, people seeing these things. They out of their minds. Everything is good as long as you don't have to fight. You got a Ukraine thing going on right now. We don't know what that might turn into. You just want your children to go to the military for some money. At what price? So you have to go to the military and you are a trained killer. I saw one of these generals, they was upset with him because he made a statement. He said, you have to enjoy what you do. You have to enjoy being a killer. That's the reality of it. So he had to change his words or whatever. That's the reality of it. A soldier is a killer. Just like playing basketball, just like being the president of the United States, a paramedic, whatever you enjoy a singer, whatever you enjoy in your life, you have to, whatever you choose to do in your life, you have to enjoy it. And he was a soldier. He enjoyed it. He told the truth. A soldier is a killer. A soldier destroys, blows up. That's the reality of it. Some of these people have come from the military and they have no problem killing people. And some of them have killed their wives, children, and family members because they're out of their mind. This is the chance you want to take with your child in the military of your oppressor. For what? So they can fight for the interests of rich people. Gold, diamonds, rubber. That's what these wars are about. None of these wars is about freedom. These wars are not about freedom. All of them is about control. All of them is about material wealth. Control slaves, control the labor, the diamonds, the gold, the uranium. That's what it's about. It's not about nobody freedom. I'm going to make you what I am. I want everybody on earth to be American. Control. It's not about no fighting for no freedom. You're already damn free. Ain't nobody attacking America. When was the last time America got attacked? They the ones running around here attacking folks and starting trouble. Ain't nobody attack America. Fighting for your freedom. You're already damn free. Who threatening your freedom? Ain't nobody threatening your freedom. Put up a video. Show show where somebody said, I want to take Americans' freedom away from them. Ain't nobody threatening America's freedom. That's a damn lie. You want to send your children because they don't have any money because your happy ass, we as a community have failed our babies. They have to go to the military so they can fight for these bloodsuckers. And their children, most of their children at home. They want the poor and the middle class. How many rich folks' children in the military? Why don't we think about these things? And our children have no choice. They don't want to go, but they feel as though they don't have no choice because black communities, we don't support our babies that we make. But this is the purpose of Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Taking responsibility for ourselves. This is going to come to an end. Our babies are going to benefit us. You want to make babies? Then they should benefit us, not them. Because they don't have a job. They need some money. Send your babies off to foreign lands. You don't know what America doing. We know they fighting for rich folks. We don't benefit. Very few people are patriotic. But that's a part of the brainwashing when you go to the military. Because even though we know all the evil, we know what Dr. King faced. We know what our people have faced. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood. We know about the lynching. We know all these things. And we probably even know in our own personal family history the evils that this nation have done to us. But when you go to the military, all that goes out the window because they brainwash you to become a patriotic to the United States, and you take a vow to give your life to defend this nation, even though this nation raped and murdered, castrated your fathers, raped your mothers. And you still are not done just. They've given you no reparations. They've done nothing to try to heal the situation. Nothing. And they will tell you in your face, we owe you nothing. So why the hell would you send your child to the military for these pieces of trash. That's just like me paying the state of Missouri for doing what they've done. I'm not giving you a dime. Now, if you want to be a mercenary, if you want to call yourself a mercenary, because that's what mercenaries do. Mercenaries are soldiers for hire. So maybe, I guess you want to call yourself a mercenary. I need some money, and the United States going to pay me. I'm a mercenary. It's nothing personal. It's nothing personal. I just, they're going to pay me to kill people. That's what assassins do. It's nothing personal. They put a contract out on you, Mr. Snuffleupagus. They put a contract on you, $2.50. Damn, that low. Yeah, bro. Yeah. You can't even get a pack of cigarettes for $2.50. Well, I really don't like you anyway. I probably would have done it for free, but they paying, so. They put a contract out on you, Snuffleupagus, $2.50, and it's nothing personal. I'm getting paid. I want to say this in my conclusion. You want to join the military as a black man. You want to join the military as a black woman, soul brothers and sisters in this nation. You want to join and you would advise your babies to go to the military. And this country has given Ukraine, what, $3 billion in aid? Or it's going to be $3 billion with a B. Giving Ukraine all kinds of help. But they could not, but they didn't want to pay for my uncle's cancer treatment. And let me tell you something else. Why is it necessary to have these private groups like wounded soldiers? Why do you need private groups to raise money for veterans? The government should take care of the soldiers. You shouldn't need no private organizations like wounded soldiers. That should tell you what's up right there. We raising money. No, you shouldn't have to raise no money. They just gave Ukraine $3 billion. What are they giving to the VA hospitals? I want Brother Khalil to go visit a VA hospital and see some of those people. No arms, no legs, half of their skull blown off. Go talk to them, because I've been to the VA hospital. If you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. Those families will tell you how this government is treating the ones that sacrifice. Like my uncle. They don't give a damn about you once they use you. Yeah, you're going to talk if you survive and you still have your body parts and everything is la-di-da. Tell the whole story. Tell about the ones who ain't la-di. Tell the story about the ones half of the skull is gone. I seen the man half of his skull is gone. No arms, no legs. Blowed up by those IUDs. These suckers in St. Louis at the VA hospital, they charge the veterans to pay for parking to go to the hospital. That's a bunch of crap. How pathetic. But you can give Ukraine $3 billion. You send your children to the military. Don't tell Black Americans what to do with our children and how we should feel about this nation. And don't tell me about your suffering. You're going to tell me about, well, in Haiti, you have to take a cold shower and a tin roof. People living like that in Mississippi right now. I lived like that when I was growing up. You ain't telling me something I don't know. When I was growing up, there was no electricity. There was no gas. There was none of that. There was no running water in the house. We warmed water on a wood burning stove. So you ain't telling me nothing. Our people have suffered like that too. Then in this country, you talk about a tin roof, there are people in this country by the millions don't even have that. They homeless, period. But this country can give $3 billion to Ukraine. Jackson, Mississippi. What is Jackson, Mississippi? Over 90% soul brothers and sisters in that city. They said it would take $1.5 million or whatever, I forgot exactly what it was, to fix their water problem. The government said they would give them 500,000 or 250 or something like that. Thousand, what? But they can give Ukraine $3 billion. Jackson, Mississippi is still going through a water crisis. But the government, whose military you want your children to go to, they can give some foreigners $3 billion. And then it's not going to be over with. Because after the war is over, they're going to keep giving them money so they can rebuild them back up again. And they'll give you nothing. And you want to send your children to these bastards. No. No. But it just goes to show we have failed our children. We have failed our children. Well, actually, you failed your children. I don't have no children because I knew better. I know what my babies will be facing, and I'm not gonna let my babies go through all that. And you want to be respected as an adult. You want to be respected as a grown man and a grown woman, and you still act like a slave and you still act like a child. Give your babies to your oppressor, to the same people that raped your grandmamas, castrated your fathers. In some of these homes in the United States, there's pickle jars with black men's penis in it and other body parts. This is a fact. They kept some of these things as souvenirs from the lynchings and the torn featherings, the murder. And they put those parts in jars. Family secret, family heirloom. And you want to send your children to the military so they can be free to kick your ass. Because that's all it's about. Yeah, it's about freedom. Freedom to kick your ass and keep oppressing you. We shall overcome. If you act like a grown man and act like a grown woman, you probably would have overcame long time ago. You keep doing dumbass stuff. You don't act like a free man. You don't act like a free woman. And these pro-blackness, religious, Pan-African stuff don't make things any better. You ain't doing nothing no better. Because you caught up in the money. You don't really care nothing about the people. You just want somebody. Oh, that brother show is deep. Louis Farrakhan, that's my spiritual father. Tariq Nasheed, he show funny. That's all you want to do, you bunch of clowns. So there's a reason why they don't like Angel Snuffing Up 7. Because when you become an adult, fun time is over. When you become an adult, you think for yourself. If you're a free man and a free woman, then that's how you should act and should behave. You're not a free man, you're not a free woman when you're dependent on God or some brown people or some alien or a spook to come do something for you. You're not grown, you're not an adult. No foreigner gonna come here and tell me about mine. The only reason why you here is because of the suffering of my people, the sharecroppers, the second slavery, the black codes, the civil rights era. Open the door so that you can bring your happy ass over here and take advantage. Then you got the nerve to talk to us. Throw your nose up in the air. Tell me about your oppression. Don't tell me about mine. I'm not running. I'm still living with mine. You ran away from yours. Don't tell me how to handle mine. All these immigrants and suckers coming here, judging and trying to tell us. There was laws made just to hinder the progress of our people. There's no law made against the Chinese or the Mexicans or y'all immigrants coming here. It's a free-for-all. Because they're using you against us. And we ain't did a damn thing to these people. We've been patriotic. We pay our taxes. The best citizens in this nation. Somebody always messing with us. And if it's not them, it's our own dumbass people. You need to be a Muslim. You need to be a Christian. You need to get the out of my face. I almost lost it. I almost lost it. Somebody always telling us what we should and should not do. Sick of it. We want to be full functioning men and women. We want to be and act and behave free. You're not going to get that respect until you start doing that. And all these bozos will get off our back. Leave us alone. Because we ain't nothing to play with. I'm a grown man. I don't have to tell you. You're going to know by my actions. I'm the wrong one to mess with. So this is not the place if your feelings get hurt. You want to stay a little child and you need somebody to follow, somebody to pray to, some savior, some messiah designed to come save you. This is not the place for you. We have to take things in our own hands here. Because if we don't do it, it don't get done. And you can be a Christian, you can be a Muslim, you can be whatever you want to, as long as you have the understand that you got to do it. Then you and we got a good relationship going on. Because we're not waiting. You have a brain. And you keep talking about God. Didn't God give you a brain? Our brain is the tool that we use in order to solve our problem, unless our brain is suffering from some kind of malfunction. And that's what we have done. We've put all these different stuff in our brain, and we're not thinking properly. And even when we was getting brainwashed, when we was getting programmed, because I know it happened to me, my brain was telling me something is wrong. Something is wrong. But I didn't know. But I was a child. As I began to mature physically as an adult, I began to see things. You hold on to that because you don't grow. You think because you can quote the Bible and the Quran and you can come on YouTube with all these science and history slides, that's mature. That's not mature. That's nothing but regurgitation. That's nothing but parroting. That's nothing but what they call intellectual masturbation. Masturbation gives you pleasure, but it produces no life. And you have no life because you're black, and black means dead. Black is not life. Black is darkness, meaning there's no light, no progress, death, Negro, or the dead. And you proud of it. I'm black and I'm proud. You basically said, I'm black and I'm dead. We tried to take something negative and make a positive out. We didn't know. I'm black and I'm proud. We jumping around. Hey, Dickens, I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. We didn't know we were saying I'm black and I'm dead, but time has shown that we're dead. There's no light. But now, it's our time to take back and embrace who we called ourselves, soul brothers and sisters. Soul, or S-O-L, from the Latin meaning sun. The givers of the sun, sunlight, life. The life givers. Has nothing to do with their race. That's their garbage. And so our sun has risen, and now we can see clearly now. The rain has gone. What is the rain? All these religious and spiritual teachings in the rain clouding up our. Now we can see clearly now. The rain has gone. And the light starts to fall upon the black, onto the earth. And now life can come up out of the earth. Soul brothers and sisters. And we determine what that is and what it isn't. You don't have to answer to Arabs or Europeans or Africans or nobody. This is you. Accept your own and be yourself. A soul man. A child of the sun. And there are those on Facebook who make memes about that, but I don't think they're coming from the same place I'm coming from. If they are, then there are many of us who, as the Quran would say, we are on the right path. I'm a soul man. It's our culture. We can create just like everybody else. And as time goes by, our culture will be 5,000 years old. Why you got to want to be them? We can create our own just like they did. You don't need nothing from these people. But all humanity borrows something. So it makes no difference about that. But we bring our own uniqueness to whatever it is. Michael Jackson, may he rest in peace. Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson, but Michael Jackson was influenced by Jackie Wilson, James Brown, Elvis Presley, Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. But he's Michael Jackson. And when you look at him, you can see the Jackie Wilson. You can see the James Brown. But he's Michael Jackson, a unique individual. He's not those people. He's Michael Jackson. So we can be Africans. We can be Moors. We can be Hebrew Israelites. We can be all these things. But be ourselves. Unique to ourselves. Not try to be somebody we ain't never been, who we're not. But we can take from these places and make it our own. Like all other human beings, there's things that we do and we use. We don't know what human started it. We don't know. You may never know. But when you're a racist, well, you know the black people did this. Well, you know the Chinese did this. Well, you know the Europeans did that. When you're a racist, you need to try to find so you can paint this narrative like you better than everybody. But when it's all said and done, everybody on the earth is using a little bit of something they got from somebody else on the planet. This is a fact. Throw all that race garbage out the window. Ain't nobody better than nobody. Every time you try to prove that superiority stuff, somebody show you that you're damn wrong, you're a lie. How embarrassed was Adolf Hitler during the Olympic Games talking all that black people are inferior garbage, and all his people was losing all those different games to black people, Jesse Owens and some other brothers. How embarrassing it was for the supreme Nazi. How is it embarrassing for men who think they better than women when women do things just as good as men do? They look stupid because it's a lie. Men can do certain things women can do because of your physical build. But there's some women nowadays lifting weights and doing some stuff, they stronger than some of these men are. So I've seen women bench press 350. Like, God dang. I can't touch no 350. I can barely touch 150. Hey. But it's all a bunch of baloney. When I was in New York, I'm going to say this, I'm going to end it. When I was in New York, I seen a young black girl in a dojo. I don't know what kind of martial arts they was doing. I think she was like 11 and the boys was like 15. She took on both of them at the same time. Martial arts. Two strong boys. See, the thing about martial arts, as many of you know, it's not even about strength. It's about the different angles and whatever. It's about using your opponent's strength. Oh, wow. Martial arts is about using your opponent's strength against them. Woo! That's that's the note I need to go out. I need to go off here on. And this is what the Pan-Africans, the Nation of Islam, the Moors, they never talk about that because they don't know how. How do I use my prince of strength against them? What is their Achilles heel? Woo! Man. What is their Achilles heel? How do I use their strength against them? If I'm a smaller person, it's very difficult for me to just go straight up with somebody who's bigger and stronger than I am. But in martial arts, they teach you how to use the strength of your opponent against them. I know I was trained to I could throw somebody that was that weighed 2 times more than I do. And I've done it. I've actually, in judo, they show you how to take somebody, get them on your shoulder, get that weight, whoosh. And this person weighed maybe 2 times more than you do. There are certain Chinese arts just for females because most times men are stronger and bigger than women, and they teach women how to fight a man. And I've seen some guys get their ass whooped pretty bad. See, this is what we need to learn how to do. Learn how to win. All that huffing and puffing, and God is going to do this, and the white man, and he's a cracker, and all that stuff don't mean nothing, and you're still getting your ass whooped. What is this doing all that and your ass, you're still getting your ass whooped? You still depend on this sucker, the necessities of life. But you talking all this crap. You talking all this big shot stuff, and you're not gonna brush the grape. These are the people we wasting our time with. These are the losers that we give millions of dollars to every year, and you get nothing in return. I'm calling for 10,000 fearless men. They're not going to want to join this because we're not feeding them fantasy and fiction. We're going to keep it real because that's what you need. So if we keep it real, then you shouldn't be shocked. But when they feed you fantasy and fiction and fairy tales and hallucinations, you already think, in your mind, you already think you won. That's why they don't do nothing. Because in their mind, already got it going on. And they die and put you in the grave, and your silly ass passed this condition that we should have changed in our generation down to the next generation. You should be shaming yourself, lazy ass. You should be shamed. Truth is not a popularity contest. I don't give a damn about who listen and who won't listen to Angel Snuff Number 7. Truth is not a popularity contest. All popularity is showing is that you dumb enough to keep doing the dumbass stuff that you've been doing for the last 50-some years. It just shows that you're a fool. But then again, like I said, it's nothing but another church to go to. How dare you make mockery of Christians, pro-black, Pan-African, Hebrew Israelites, Moors, whatever you want to call yourself, Black Panthers. How dare you make mockery of Christians you ain't no damn better. You take millions of dollars from the community every year. You do the same damn thing. Now, I do believe that Sonetta, he don't claim to be no activist. He said, I'm here just to give you entertainment. You know, he admits it. Taalik Nasheed claimed he's not a leader or anything. He's just here to entertain you too and take your money. But then you have the Hebrew Israelites and the Moors and Nation of Islam. They claim to be saviors and messiahs, and they take your money. They do the same thing. And they will get your booty too. They want your booty too. Not only do they want your money, they want you to bend over, flip it. They want some booty too. Nothing is safe from these people. Money, booty. They want everything you got. Anything you got to give, they'll take it. Ain't no shame in that game. They'll take your last dollar. Ask Dr. Umar Johnson. He'll take your last dollar. So on that note, woo, we love clown. So on that note, I want to thank everyone for joining us this afternoon. I appreciate it. And again, shout out to all those who support this platform, to our Facebook people on Instagram, our people all over the world, whether you like it or not. Angel Snub, there's people who listen to Angel Snub 7 for years all over the world. Want to shout thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and I much appreciate it. It's always an honor. I thank you so much. And I'm going to keep it real. I could care less. I'm going to keep it real because I'm going to be honest with myself. I'm going to be real with myself. What you do, that's your business. And I will continue to sit back in the cut because you will keep being a loser. You ain't going to do nothing. Nothing's going to change. You're gonna verify that I'm correct in everything that I say. Every year, you're going to keep verifying because you don't know what the hell you're doing. Because you're living in darkness. The real darkness. Because you choose to live in the black. You choose to be blind. You choose to live in darkness. You choose to lay in the grave. So, but you know something? Even in the grave, you change. Because you go from flesh to bones to dust. And your logic, you don't change. You want to stay something, you want to be a clone, you want to stay something the same forever. You can't even do that in death. And you wonder why you can't go nowhere. You haven't progressed because you don't want to change. Subscribe to the Deacons of Reality YouTube channel. Information is in the description box. A nice, funny, entertaining channel. A subsidiary of the Reality's Temple. I appreciate those brothers and those little short videos. I really like that. We need to have more of those videos, please. I would like one a week. I like the videos. That'd be 52 videos a year. You have to be very creative. The brothers really take their time. The videos are very creative. So, you know, so I understand that. I understand that. We don't want to do redundant stuff around here. We want to try to keep things creative. So again, subscribe to the Deacons of Reality YouTube channel. The link is in the description box. If you would like to support this ministry, you can if you want to. Angel Snubbed Up 7, Cash App, $ Angel Snubbed Up 7. If you want to know more about my origins, you can get my book. The link is in the description box. Everything about us is in the description box. Just check out the description box. And whatever you can support or whatever you want to do, you can choose to do that. But I want to say this too before I go. Nobody is beyond scrutiny, including myself. Anything that we bring into the public, people can talk about, people can scrutinize or whatever. But if you do that with Angel Snubbed Up 7, I'm begging you, please take your time and do it right. There's a song. There's a song like that. Take your time, do it right. You can take your baby, do it tonight. If you're going to talk about Angel Snubbed Up 7, then talk about me right. Study who I am and talk about me. Present your conclusions in a correct manner. Because otherwise you look stupid because you really don't know nothing about me. You're acting out of emotion. But see, when you really begin to understand and you study Angel Snubbed Up 7, you see where I'm coming from. You're not going to be that angry and upset with me like that. Only thing you can say is, we got to do better. We got to do better, brother. That's all you can say. Because what I'm bringing up is the obvious. It's the obvious. Not trying to hurt people's feelings. Not trying to degrade or demean nobody. We have to accept reality as it is. If you're musty, your breath stink, I mean, that's just the reality of it. We don't have to be nasty. I can take you to the side and tell you about these things. But still, that's the reality. If you have cancer, you just have cancer. You can live in denial. You don't have to believe it. It's there. It's not going nowhere. Our problem is here. It's not going nowhere. And if we don't deal with it, it won't get done. There's no God. There's no alien, no spooks, no spirits going to help us. We have a brain, and everything that we need to solve this problem is right here, even the right time. But don't wait too long, because once this time is gone, you might not get another chance. It's up to you. So on that note, again, thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, all that kind of good stuff. And as our ancestor, Dr. Ellis, used to always say, as in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.
Serene, thank you. Now to that political earthquake in Texas, how long House lawmakers voted to impeach the state's Republican Attorney General Ken Paxton. The historic vote exposes wide divisions among Republicans, sets the stage for a contentious showdown in the state Senate, and how his wife could play a role in those proceedings. Here's ABC's Ellen Lopez.
Tonight, embattled Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton impeached by the Texas House of Representatives, setting up a bitter trial in the state Senate.
There have been 121 hours of 23 days, 2 present not voting, 3 absent. The resolution is adopted.
An overwhelming majority of the GOP-led House in Texas voted Saturday to impeach Paxton, who was also a Republican. 20 impeachment